This is the missing ingredient, information and secret about the law of attraction and how to use it to be successful, and the reason why the majority of people fail at it. And let's see if you can really manifest whatever you want into your physical experience. A man of the name Earl Nightingale popularized a little known secret concept that was rarely discussed up to that point. But then, for the first time in the 20th century, it was popularized back in the 20s and 30s by a man the name of Napoleon Hill, which you might already know. Earl Nightingale's recorded the strangest secrets, and he said, on planet Earth, all across the globe, there is a secret of success. It is the strangest secret. And he quoted it this way: you become what you think about most of the time. In the 20s and 30s, there was a man by the name of Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie owned the US Steel, and he became the richest man in the world in the steel business. He was a member of the Brotherhood, which are the secret society of that era, as you might know of the name, such as the Illuminati, Skull and Bones, Freemasonry, which is where this information I'm sharing comes from. So Andrew Carnegie knew powerful secret techniques and how to utilize them. He decided to reveal the world some of these techniques. So he hired a man by the name of Napoleon Hill, and he said to Napoleon Hill that he was going to teach him some of these techniques, but he only wanted for Napoleon Hill to observe these techniques and making sure that he would understand that these techniques were not his, but were used by the richest people in the world. So Carnegie said, I'm going to introduce you to Henry Ford, which at the time he was one of the richest people in the world. Also Thomas Edison and Firestone. At the time, they were the richest people in the world. But Andrew Carnegie continues, I'm not going to introduce you to these people, and they are not going to know what you are doing there, because you are going to observe them exclusively. He gave Napoleon Hill's books, and basically Napoleon Hill was not a member of the Brotherhood, but Carnegie took him on as an apprentice and taught him that material. And then he said, I want you to learn this material over the next 20 years. And then I want you to write a manuscript describing the principles. But I want this manuscript to be focused on money. Thus came out the book in 1926, The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. Napoleon Hill was amazed at what he was taught by Andrew Carnegie and what he observed from Henry Ford and many of the others. And again, these were the richest people in the world, and never before in history anybody had ever done something like that. So Napoleon Hill learned many principles and put them forth in the book, The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. And interestingly, these were the real key secrets, ingredients of the law of attraction that you and I never heard before. Napoleon Hill published his book, and he puts all these secrets, keys together in the book. After that, members of the society got together led by Henry Ford, and the group that opposed revealing these secrets got the book off the market and had it edited down dramatically. And it basically just vanished. And then in 1937, Napoleon Hill published a watered-down version called Think and Grow Rich, which you probably know. And again, same thing happened, that was pulled off the market, edited down and watered down dramatically. So all the key elements were taken out, allegedly by Henry Ford, but Napoleon Hill made a statement, and the one I'd like you to consider is this, quote, "Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve." And so here it is how to manifest your desire and how it works. A few years ago, a book came out which became very popular called The Secret. You might know that already. In The Secret, the book describes something called the Law of Attraction. And it really is the first book to popularize on a mass scale the concept of the Law of Attraction. The book sold millions of copies around the world, but then started to fade away with actually a huge negative publicity about the Law of Attraction being a complete scam. And here's why. Because when people read the book The Secret, or any of the similar books teaching the Law of Attraction, people would start applying the Law of Attraction technique in their lives, but the vast majority, 95%, saw no results because the original version of the book were pulled out of the market and the key elements stripped away with ingredients missing. Basically, everyone who read the book The Secrets was using a bad recipe with missing ingredients, and that way everybody said the Law of Attraction doesn't work. But the truth is that the Law of Attraction does work, and I'm going to tell you that is categorically true. Whatever your mind, the mind of a man, whatever you can conceive in your mind, whatever you wish for, whatever you want to be, do, or have, as long as you believe it, it will happen. You're about to learn the real recipe here, without the missing ingredients, without any changes. You're about to get the real secret recipe that's never been released before. Whether you believe it or not, it's irrelevant, because if you're thinking that you have to believe in order to be true, for something to be true, not really, because some things don't require belief. They just exist, just like the law of gravity. Whether you believe in the law of gravity or not, it is always constant, because it's a law. A law don't require belief, they just exist. So let's just deal with the simple basic fundamental of how this works. You and I have a brain. You have a mind. You also have something, the body, outside the body, whether it's called the field, an electromagnetic energy field, or aura. Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison, two geniuses of the past years, both these people say the same thing. They scientifically proved that the brain is a transmitter and a receiver of vibrational frequency. Thomas Edison is not an idiot. Albert Einstein is not a moron. Again, these were geniuses. They both concurred that every cell in the human body emits different frequencies. Everything on planet Earth is made up of energy. Everything, whether it's a rock, an apple, a piece of wood, a plant, television, carpet, everything on planet Earth emits a different frequency. A frequency is also called a vibration, and is also called energy. It is quantifiable and it is measurable. Your DNA at the lowest level emits a unique frequency. Every atom emits a frequency that passes through all known matter. Example, if you are in a house and you get an old transistor radio with an antenna and turn it on, music magically will appear from your transistor radio. The antenna in your house picked up radio frequencies that are broadcast from either a satellite that put out a frequency, which instantly is picked up by your transmitter. It bypasses space and time. That frequency from the radio transmitter goes across the ether, and it passes through steel, brick and mortar, concrete, glass, wood. It passes right through it. Scientists today cannot explain how a radio frequency passes through solid steel or glass or bricks and mortar or stone, but they only know it does. And the answer is it passes through it because the radio frequencies is at a quantum physics level smaller than an atom. It's smaller than an electron and smaller than the smallest known particle on planet Earth. It's a frequency, and frequencies exist. They are real. They are real vibration. Vibrations exist. They are scientifically proven. The human brain, according to Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein, is both a transmitter and a receiver for frequency. Albert Einstein says that the human brain emits frequencies, which when focused are picked up by other human brains and pass through the ether to affect other physical matter. It basically is the same frequency type that a radio transmitter puts out, so it can pass through the same things that radio frequencies can put out. But according to Edison and Einstein, your frequency that you are transmitting from your brain is smaller, and it has a unique characteristic unlike radio frequencies. According to Edison and Einstein, the frequencies that your brain transmits instantaneously travels faster than the speed of light, instantaneously. And if transmitted in this moment, it can be picked up by other human brain on the opposite end of the planet. So the unique ability that your transmitter, your brain has, that a radio transmitter doesn't have, is a radio transmission frequency that goes in a straight line, which is why if you are broadcasting from a satellite, you need other satellites to bounce off of it to the other part of the globe. But your frequencies has the unique ability to bypass space and time. And when you emit a frequency, instantaneously it is picked up by matter or another human brain anywhere on the planet at the same instantaneous moment with the same amount of energy. This is according to Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein. This is one of the secrets that the wealthiest people know, and they don't want anybody else to know. So you and I have in our head the most powerful transmitter and receiver of frequencies of energy or vibration on the planet. It's the most powerful and it's the fastest. So that the first concept for you to remember is our brain is a receiver and a transmitter of frequencies. The second concept is the law of attraction, which says Whatever frequencies, whatever vibration you emit, that exact same frequencies is drawn to you. There is a magnetic pole. Whatever frequencies you emit, that exact same frequencies is drawn to you magnetically. When you put out a frequency, the law of attraction says it must come back. So your brain puts out frequencies. The law of attraction says by a magnetic pole that has to bring that exact same frequencies back. So the first key is to learn how to put out the frequencies of what you want and how to make that frequency strong enough. They have a strong enough magnetic pole to bring it to your physical universe, your own system, right before your eyes.
So most people